Welcome to Influential Sports, and today I'm going to be talking about the Miami Heat and their dynamic duo of Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, and how I feel about this team and what they can do in the playoffs this year. Because over the last few years, the Heat, they've been to the conference finals 3 times, went to the finals twice and lost both times. And even though they haven't won anything, they've had some really good playoff success over the last few years, especially last year as the A seed, making that of the play-in, going all the way to the NBA Finals, ended up losing. Both times they went to the finals, they lost to the Lakers in 2020, and they just lost to the Nuggets this past year in 2023. And there are some people that still believe that he can win uh, like this. I don't think is. I'm not confident in this Heat team to do much of anything in the playoffs because this isn't a recipe for winning, starting this low in the standings and trying to work their way up. Right now they're 37-30. They had a tiebreaker over the 76ers for the 7th seed, and the Pacers are ahead of them by half a game at 38-30. So they could move up to 6 and get out of the play-in. But if they don't, they'll finish. But if they finish 7, they'll have to win. Uh, they only have to win one play-in game. But if you lose that first one, that second one will be much tougher. But the main thing about this video I wanted to talk about is to compare Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, because people say that a lot of people say that Jimmy Butler is the best player on this team, and both of these guys are great players. And Jimmy Butler, he definitely rises to the occasion in the playoffs, but he isn't. But I would say Bam Adebayo is the best player on this Miami Heat team, and a lot of people don't want to accept that. This season, he's averaging almost 20 points, 10 rebounds, nearly 4 assists, a steal and a block a game, shooting 51% from the field. Uh, Made the All-Star team, very deserving of that. And earlier today, he had a game winner against the Pistons. I didn't watch the game, but I seen that he hit a game winning 3. So, and he's not really a 3-point shooter, but they definitely needed that win. It shouldn't have been. It's the Pistons, so the fact that game was super close scares me about this Heat team. They also lost the game to the Wizards by 2 points a few days ago. So it's just the way that they haven't been very consistent this season. But back to Bam, he's played 56 games this season. He's been really good, still playing all NBA level defense. Then you got Jimmy, who he's played 47 games. I know he missed some time because of some family stuff. Uh, not all of that is because not all of that time is just because of that, but I know some of it is. But he's averaging 21 points, nearly 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal a game, shooting 50% from the field. And he's been good this season. He's definitely been solid. I'm not calling Jimmy Butler a bad player, but I don't think he's the best player on this team. Yes, he does rise to the occasion in the playoffs, but he has these stretches where he doesn't look great in the regular season. And no matter what people think of the regular season, it's too long, this and that. The regular season is very important. The main reason it builds team chemistry between all the guys. That's why you always want players to stay healthy, to see them play fully healthy. You match up. You're playing all the NBA teams multiple times, so you get to match up with them differently. Like the Heat and the Celtics, they play multiple times a season, so when they play in the playoffs, there's going to be different play styles, different game times come that, and it gives you a chance to see that. And Jimmy Butler and the Heat, they're seen to not taking the regular season serious because they feel like they can step it up during the playoffs, and they have shown that over the years, but I think this year is a lot different. I don't think they can just start this low and finish as the 7th seed and win a playoff game. Then they have to face a team like the Bucks, or they lose the playing game, win the next one, finish 8th, and have to play the Celtics. I don't think that recipe is winning you anything anytime soon because these guys aren't taking it serious. You seen the Nuggets last year; they had home court advantage, and that was so crucial for them because they didn't lose at home. They had one of the best home records throughout the regular season, and they carried that into the postseason. And now they're aiming to get the 1 seed again this year. So the regular season is very important because it helps build to the playoffs. You want to be a top 4 seed so you can have home court advantage. That's what you want. But I think Bam Adebayo is the best player on the Miami Heat because they're both good defenders. Now, Jimmy Butler is the better offense. Jimmy Butler is the better scorer. But I would say when it comes to defense, I'm giving that to Bam, even though they're both good defenders. I definitely give defense to Bam, but I think it's closer in terms of offense because Jimmy is a better scorer than Bam, but Bam is a really good playmaker for a big man. And if you disagree, that's fine. But I think Bam is currently the best player on the Miami Heat, and he has been all this season. And I don't think you can win with either one of these guys as the number one option. Then, yeah, neither one of these, they're both great players in their own ways. They work well together as a duo, but them as if you're 1 and 2, whoever's 1, whoever's 2, I don't see this as a recipe for winning. You made the move to get Terry Rozier, and his play, he looked great in Charlotte, but ultimately he fooled a lot of people, me included, because he hasn't looked great with the Heat. And then the Heat's upcoming schedule, they got the 76ers tomorrow, which they should win, and they're both at the same record, so that'll get them. So if they win, that'll be huge. And they have I'll run down their whole schedule for the rest of the season. They got the 76ers tomorrow. March 20th, they play the Cavs. 22nd, they got the Pelicans. Play the Cavs again on the 24th. Then they got the Warriors on the 26th. So those next 5 games are very important. They could easily go 1 and 4 in these next 5. They could also go 4 and 1. So it's like these next 5 games are very important. Then after that, it looks like, matchup-wise, these should be easy matchups. But they got the Trailblazers on the 29th and the Wizards on the 31st. You already lost to the Wizards once. And they're already out of playoff contention, so they could beat you on any given night. The Trailblazers mathematically still in postseason contention. They won't get to the play-in, but that's a team, they could just shock you out of nowhere. Then their last 2 games, well, maybe not, but the next 2 games, these are the upcoming games, but the next 2 games that follow that, it's the Knicks on the April 2nd, then the 76ers April 4th. And even though the 76ers have no Embiid, they can still go off at any given moment. But that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to give my thoughts on the Heat this season. They haven't looked great. They're 7 games over 500. I don't see this team doing anything in the playoffs. They're a first-round exit. And that's if they get out to play-in, which I think they will. They could finish at the 6th seed. But I think no matter how it plays out, they will be losing in the first round. And I don't see this team ever winning a championship with Bam or Jimmy as the best player, whoever you consider. But if you made it this far in the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you disagree what I said about the Heat, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, just let me know in the comment section. But that's it for this video.